The movement of feminism is the ultimate example of not choosing your enemies wisely. You chose men as being the enemy. 40 years later, 50 years later, you're 65 years old, single, not married, no kids. You're living in an apartment or a condo with a dog or a cat. That's all you ever talk about. And you're lonely and you're sitting there saying, I was wrong. Men are not the enemy. But guess what? That movement stole 50 years of your life. You know how painful that is?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. And check it out. Today we're going to be talking about the effects of feminism. You know, how all that plays out. No, I ain't got my shades on today. You know, I ain't not really tripping off of that. I ain't trying to be mysterious and nothing like that. But they just cool to rock. You know what I mean? But, yeah, don't forget to like, share, comment. Because, you know, I love commenting back. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. So, let's get right on to it. Let's go.
Females engage in hypergamy. Women mate across and up dominance hierarchies.
Peterson consistently fails to point out the hordes of studies that show that hypergamy is much less prominent in more developed countries because as an economy develops and is able to provide social safety nets and less children die at a young age, they will have less children at an older age as it is safer to do so, and they will choose a spouse later in life based on other needs, such as emotional needs. You're probably not familiar with this concept, Jordan, but people are finding other people that actually like them. Divorce rates are actually lower than ever because marriage rates are lower than ever, because people are actually waiting to find someone they actually fucking like. Peterson and his incel minions also don't account for the fact that men, on average, earn more than women still. So it's not surprising that we're still living with the norms of a husband earning more than a wife.
Yeah, come on. Look, the divorce rates are down because the marriage rates are down. The marriage rates are down because the women aren't cooperating with us. It's not a big deal. That's why you get your passport and you leave. You know, you always have chicks like this that can come up with points that are mostly based on opinions. Oh, people are waiting to marry somebody that they like. That ain't why. How is that working out in China? There's a town in China right now where there's like 3 women for every 1 man. And these men, unfortunately, they're not working because that's how they wanted to set up the system. And so the people that own the businesses say the men are lazy. That's why we don't hire men, because men are lazy. Nah, I'll tell you what's going on. Men are competition. They're your competition. So what's going to happen is this. Hire women because they're less likely to argue with you about the pay or try to create a company that's going to take over your company. That's why you do that. So that's not working out in China. And then you also have Japan, where because you're doing it this way, and as I said, Americans, we get examples and we'll still run down this route. Because you have less marriages, people are having less children. And so as the older people are passing away, the population plummets. Nobody wants to think about that. We have to worry about everybody's feelings. Here's the thing about nature. Nature don't give a damn about our feelings. Man, we got to step up and make things happen. Let's get into this next video.
Why are black women the only group that's being asked to build men up financially? Like, I just really want men to drop down in the comments and help me understand this, because I don't hear my white brothers, I don't hear my Asian brothers, the Latin brothers, I don't hear my Indian or Arab kings out here asking their woman to build them up financially. I don't hear that. In fact, in a lot of cultures around the world, you can't even marry as a man if you don't have your bread together. So why are black women being told we need to help upbuild? Why are we being told we need to ride or die? Why do we have to settle for struggle love? I don't understand it. I also know women who have been with men who didn't have anything, built them up, and as soon as they got on, guess what they did? Leave. So this life that you were promised after he got all built up, you no longer have. And you know what makes me sad about it is black women are called masculine and, oh, you focus too much on your careers and blah, blah, blah. Well, how would we focus on anything else if, one, we have to help black men with the money, and number two, if we know that y'all will peace out once you get the money, the only thing we have to stand on is the money. You see, it's wild. It's infuriating. Black women should not have to shoulder being a man, right? There's only masculine energy coming from black women because we have to do your job. We don't want to do your job. We want to do our job and chill and be women and be happy. Not all this riding and the dying. We don't want to die. We don't. We want to live good lives. So please let us do that.
What in the motherfuck are you talking about? Seriously. In other cultures, women don't have to help their men out? Okay, we live here in America. Hopefully don't nobody get offended on it, but I'm just gonna say what it is. You know, if you do, it's what the fuck ever. When the last time you walked into like an Asian restaurant? Especially like the little fast food ones. Are there women not in there working with them? If you go into an Indian restaurant, do you not see the men and the women working in there with them? Hell, you went to a liquor store in the hood lately? This whole narrative of black women shouldn't have to help black men, blah, blah. Ain't nobody telling you to shoulder a damn thing. You don't want to help? Don't. She said it right at the end. All we want to do is chill. That's why I say if you let somebody talk long enough, they'll tell you who the fuck they are. It's not a problem. They will tell you exactly who they are. And the thing about it is, it's a really lazy mindset. Like, I want everything to be here when I get here, and then all I want to do is chill. I don't know a single man looking for that. And man, don't fall for this. Like, when you have women down talking you and, oh, you won't do this one, you won't buy me this bag and blah blah, cut that shit immediately. Just cut it. She's wasting your time. She's not gonna follow you. She's gonna do whatever she wants. Hey, y'all don't mind this road right now. This is how the streets in Vegas are. They kind of toe up. So, but you know, what she's talking about makes no sense. I mean, definitely, like, even in the Latin community. Like, I come from California, stay here in Vegas. When you have like street tacos, stuff like that out there, Mexican restaurants, this, that, and the third, I always see their women working with them and helping them and being their backbone. Now, she gave this sorry ass example of, oh, well, I know people where they finally built up and then he leaves. And guess what? I know people where they got built up and he ain't leave. He stayed there. It's a lot of hypocrisy that's going on in the world right now. People don't want to fess up to that. It's hypocrisy. Want you to work till you pass out while they sit home and chill. By the way, you need to take care of me and all my kids that you didn't make. And now we're even finding out how a lot of these men are getting screwed over because they're finding out they're not even the father of the children that they thought they were. You know, maybe they try to do it right, get married first, and then end up having these kids, finding out they're not the real daddy. And I don't know why people not getting prison time for that. Like, seriously. Because these men are spending their time and their money and their resources, and you just screwed them over. But, you know, some people you can't tell a damn thing. But check it out. Let's get into this last video and see what we got.
Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places, fucking this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one, and my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just gonna call it like a TI is. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them. I should have stayed married to my husband. I felt like I was on this dark road with no street lights, pitch dark, and I couldn't find my way and didn't know which way to go. I felt lost. I felt like I was walking barefoot on that dark road with pebbles and hot rocks sticking my foot. I felt hurt. I felt alone because every time he and that one and this one and that one left my bed, I was alone all by myself. And which was supposed to be soft and comfortable for me, my pillow, it was now filled with tears. I should not have left my husband.
Wow. So she left her husband because she's a dumbass. She got this new money, didn't know how to act. Some people don't know how to handle even a small amount of power. This new money, this degree, these titles and shit, it's fucking people's heads up. So they think they're better than they really are. So she left her husband and became a ran-through hoe. She said it, not me. Body count going up. Ain't nobody staying with that. You're already done. You ran through. Listen, at least she understood that her value was dropping. She understood. When we talk about value, we're not talking about, oh, you're not valuable as a person. We're talking about the sexual marketplace. That value, it drops, and it is what it is. And men can keep producing children and having families with new women. We know this. So, you know, fellas, I used to have the 6-point system about who I would date, stuff like that. She had to have 6 certain characteristics. And what I found was that the 6s were the worst. They were the worst because they had their career, graduated college, blah, blah, all this shit. And they were the worst to deal with because they were assholes. Big heads and complete assholes. And so, just like I will tell any man, don't lead with your money. Never lead with your money. I'm going to say the same thing in reverse. If you see a woman that's leading with her titles and degrees and this, that, and the third, don't deal with that. Don't deal with that. Their head is too big for both of y'all to be in the room at the same time. Please believe me. Let's get into this next video.
Number 1, if she's broke or you ask her what her 5-year plan is and she doesn't have one, let her go. Waste of time. Number 2, if she's extremely cocky and arrogant in her independence or she's constantly tearing down other women, big character flaw. Internally happy people don't tear down other people. And if she's not internally happy, chances are she's going to depend on you to make her happy. It's going to fail. Number 3, if she is argumentative or disrespectful to you at any point, let her go, because you can't re-respect somebody. And a woman who truly respects you will demonstrate a little bit of emotional control, and she will not disrespect you if she really cares about you. 4, and I might get some backlash for this, but that's okay. If she has an extreme amount of male friends, red flag, I don't even going to go into it. No. 1 or 2, okay, cool. But a large amount of male friends, men always around, she's too attention seeking. 5, if she's a woman that has ever abandoned you because of a disagreement, or if she runs away every time you guys fight, chances are she's probably going to run and go get attention from someone else because she can't handle not having that attention.
Hey, she said it. She laid down all the rules. Everything I was literally just talking about. She arrogant, got a bunch of dudes around, all this other shit. No, you need to cut that ASAP. She's not gonna follow you. She's not gonna listen. But check it out. That's all I got for y'all on this episode. You know, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, I'll get at y'all.